Good morning and welcome to my weekly recap here for SPY and trade plan for next week. Here on Wednesday, it was the only day I was really actively trading. I took some puts into the close here. Took the 292 puts at 20 cents. Thought we were going to break down below the 50 SMA. Didn't really break down that far, but it did work out well for me as I closed out here. The majority of them at 32. The rest stopped me out here at 22. Made a little bit of green on it. Had an algorithmic bottom trigger here right at 295.80-ish. So I took these 296 calls here at 120, 112. On this initial pop, I went ahead and sold the majority here at 122, stopped out the rest here at 115. Reason being, with the market the way it is, you never know when there's a headline. So up money, take it out, move on, and just stack up a little bit here at a time. Right. After that, put in a double bottom, price action reclaim a VWAP. I went ahead, I took a nice little swing here at the 4 October 303 calls here at 20 cents. Reason being, that was this day. It was very close to the recent lows of that day. I was going to hold it versus that low as a potential a two candle bull flag continuation, especially when it had just bottomed off the 50 SMA. So I thought that there was going to be a continuation up. Of course, Friday didn't really confirm that. So we'll see what happens going into next week. I am still holding those. End of the day here on Thursday, I took these 295 puts here at 35 cents. Gap up, almost wiped them out. On this breakdown here, broke below both of my moving averages. I took some more at 15. Did not add any into this move, which of course in hindsight I should have. Had the breaking news come out, market flushed off, ended up getting out of some here, all of them there at 40 cents. Price action did bounce up to VWAP. I re-entered those and said, hey, maybe we retest day lows. So I went ahead, I reduced some here at 50 cents, the rest of them down here at 70 and 72 once it came very close to this red line, the 50 SMA again. That was the overall target anyway, so very, very nice hold there. I missed this one here. Beginning of the day, I haven't had any trigger that I'm trying out, and I went ahead, I took these 297.5 puts here at 60 cents, and I had to get out here at 48. I mean, you see this is almost a picture perfect bear flag breakdown. Had this continued up and maybe pierced out of the top of here, I would have held versus this low and just trailed the price up with that. But on that breakdown, that was a sign, an obvious sign just to go ahead and get out. Later in the day, let's see here, I had another bottom trigger. I took these 295 calls here at 74. Price action popped up, reduced those over here almost immediately. I think it was like a 2-minute hold, maybe not even that, here at 90 and 94 cents. End of the day Friday, tremendous amount of volume coming in. Looked like it was short covering. Hopefully that's going to continue into next week because I'm still treating this area as an important pivot or important swing low, and we're going to break this trend line going into next week. So position for that. There's also a pattern play in force here for for SPY. Just a weekly cup and handle formation. Nice cup, putting in a little bit of a handle right here. What I need to see it do is hold above, I would say, last week's low. Maybe it dips below and pops back above it again for a third candle, but I don't plan on selling these unless I'm absolutely wrong. It's not a huge position, so it's not going to kill my account. Recent pattern similar to this played out middle of last year here. As you can see, here was the top, had a nice little run up, couple week pullback here, and then just absolutely rallied here off of the low, another 9.5%. Now we are in a little bit of a different market environment, so this may not work out. I'm fully aware of that, hence the smaller position size. And it's just a pattern play, simple as that. If it works, it's going to make a very good amount. If it doesn't, hey, it's whatever. It's at least worth the attempt in my opinion, especially considering the stats. I went and ran back on the daily touch of the 50 SMA. I felt it was worth at least putting some money into the trade. Now, onto futures. They're usually a little bit more clear. It doesn't look as I don't know, as light of a sell-off as SPY. This wide range bar actually appears to have had a little bit of a a little bit of a range compared to last week, and last week was an inside bar, so maybe the selling has started. PE ratios for the S&P, I think the average is in 21, 22 right now, which historically has been kind of like a roof or a ceiling for that ratio. If it's something you like to go by, if investors are happy with their returns at these levels and they don't want to hold an expensive company at these levels, then they're going to obviously be selling. So maybe this is some sort of distribution, but we'll see. That just is going to take time to play out. If it does continue to pull back, I will still continue to trade my triggers that tell me to go long and sit on my hands the majority of the time. I'm not going to put any huge amounts in any large trades. Um, just let the market play out as it goes. Just try and be disciplined and follow my system. So if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good weekend and good luck on Monday.